So SPOTON is a road express logistics company which provides B2B day definite services. SPOTON was formed in Jan 2012 when the TNT Road Express business was bought over by India Equity Partners. It's been 4.5 years since then. We bought a company which was in the realm of about 180 crores. This year we will definitely double the turnover. So in 4.5 to 5 years we will land up doubling the turnover. We are profitable. We are growing at more than 20% year on year. We have stayed focused on being a road express player. And I think that has allowed us to sort of focus on service levels, because in this business, if you focus on consistent, reliable, predictable service, you will always get, customers, and the customers will give you more business. We continue to focus on technology and operations, particularly automation and operations, to take the business further from here on. We have looked at technology as a very key part to our whole philosophy, because it allows us to have access to information. So everything that we do is in the system. That data is transparently, regularly shared with our customers. Either they have the ability to log in and check it, or we even send push mails to them or SMSs. We've used technology to improve our own ability to run the business, because in a complex chain with the first mile, the mid mile, the long hauls, and the final delivery, unless you break this up and then manage each part separately while managing the whole, you will not get the whole chain right. We cover about 18,000 pin codes. We have 160 offices of our own. We compete with the top 2-3 players. We are amongst the top 3 players in the market. And based on current trends, I think we would be among the faster growing road express companies. In this business, there isn't a concentration of one client giving you 30-40% of our business. Our largest client will not be more than 3% of our business, as an example. So the verticals that we serve are healthcare, pharma, auto and auto components, the ready-made garments sector, or lifestyle and ready-made garment sectors, which includes garments, shoes, watches, etc. Then we have the high-tech sector, which includes laptops, etc. And you have the engineering sector and the mobile telephony, which includes the base towers as well as the mobile telephones. So these are the 5-6 verticals that we serve. As you can see, it's a fairly cross-section of the Indian economy from a manufacturing perspective. And our revenue pretty much across these 6 verticals is equal at an overall level. So when we compete, or let's say if I'm the logistics manager of a company and I'm looking to select a mode of transportation, I would tend to look at air or road as the 2 main forms of transportation. One of the reasons for selecting air more than road is obviously the fact that it's a shorter transit time. But I think the bigger issue is the predictability, because every road consignment passes through a checkpost and has different paperwork for different states. Whereas in air, while it's a commercial shipment, some of that becomes a lot easier because it just goes into one point and you do the clearance at that point. And therefore, on the predictability measure, air tends to be higher than road at the moment. But envisage a situation post GST when the whole checkposts are gone. And once the checkposts go, then when a truck departs from Chennai for Delhi, unless any accident or anything like that, or a flood, it will pretty much reach on time. And if it reaches on time, then it will get delivered on time. i.e., the predictability levels post GST will significantly go up, let alone the improvement in transit time. So what we've started doing is we've started talking to our customers across these different verticals to understand what type of impact will their supply chain have. Because once we know what their supply chain has, we then sort of plug into their supply chain. For example, auto, which is already, I'm talking about auto components out here, let's say which goes into manufacturing of vehicles, already follows pretty much a just-in-time. So I'm not expecting significant change there. But in the same industry, what goes to distributors, they may now choose to hold fast-moving SKUs at certain locations, slow-moving SKUs at different locations. So the answer is never going to be a one-size-fits-all answer. What's true for pharma may be similar to FMCG, but will not be true to auto components or lifestyle or whatever. So we started talking to these customers. We've also started talking to a few people who are experts in the area to say, as and when the fine print on this is clear, then we will actually engage even more deeply to say, okay, if I was servicing the pharma bulk market, bulk drugs movement, what changes will I need to make in my network? But my overall expectation is that in addition to the fact that GST will drive GDP growth, GST will definitely drive more growth on road express.